Tensions flared in Singapore's political landscape after a fiery exchange in Parliament on February 5, 2025. Minister for Home Affairs and Law Shanmugam took aim at Progress Singapore Party, PSP NCMP Leong Mun Wai, accusing him of making racially insensitive comments in the past. But was this a necessary debate on multiracialism or an unjustified personal attack? The People's Power Party, PPP, has now entered the fray, calling out Shanmugam for what they say was a premeditated and unfair assault on Leong's character. This controversy revolves around one of Singapore's most sensitive topics, race. It all started when Leong Mun Wai questioned the relevance of the long-standing Chinese Malay Indian Others (CMIO) model in Singapore. Shanmugam's response? Instead of addressing the CMIO issue directly, he brought up Leong's past criticisms of the Comprehensive Economic Cooperation Agreement (CECA) and Housing Development Board (HDB) policies. Shanmugam argued that Leong had previously made racially charged remarks, suggesting a deeper issue with his stance on Singapore's multiracial foundation. But here's where things get even more intriguing. PPP, led by Goh Meng Seng, claims this attack wasn't just a spontaneous reaction. They allege that Shanmugam came prepared with printed handouts of Leong's past statements, distributing them in Parliament to reinforce his point. If true, this suggests a calculated move rather than a simple policy debate. And under Singapore's parliamentary privilege, Shanmugam has legal immunity in these exchanges, meaning he can say things that might otherwise be legally challenged outside Parliament. Leong Mun Wai, on the other hand, has defended himself. He clarified that his criticisms of CECA were never about race, but about its economic impact on local employment. He warns that if discussing economic concerns can be labeled as racist, Singaporeans might hesitate to scrutinize policies in the future. Is there a danger of important debates being shut down under the pretense of racial sensitivity? PPP is raising another major concern, the Maintenance of Racial Harmony Act. This recently passed law allows the government to restrict speech deemed harmful to racial harmony. PPP is now asking two crucial questions. Will questioning trade agreements like CECA be considered a violation of this law? And will the government use accusations of racial disharmony as a political tool to silence critics? Beyond CECA, PPP also took aim at the Ethnic Integration Policy (EIP), which enforces racial quotas in HDB estates to ensure diversity. But here's something to think about. Private housing, where around 20% of Singapore's population lives, is exempt from these quotas. Reports suggest that racial enclaves have already formed in private condominiums. If racial integration is truly the goal, shouldn't these rules apply to all housing types? The PPP questions whether this selective enforcement is undermining the very purpose of multiracial harmony. So, what does this all mean for Singapore's future? Are we seeing the use of racial accusations as a political weapon? Or is this a necessary step to protect Singapore's social fabric? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Should private housing be included in racial integration policies? Do you think parliamentary privilege is being misused? Let's hear what you think. If you found this coverage insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to 2230. Your engagement helps us bring you in-depth news that goes beyond the headlines.